recognized symbol of excellence for your entertainment.
You guys know anything by Black Sabbath?
Good afternoon, everybody, or should I say good morning, everybody. Good evening. It's like 25 after 1, so I'm recording this. It's because I thought I had some time. I mean, like I said, said in a few videos I posted over the last little while, things are kind of crazy around here. So if I get some time to do a video, I will, even at 1:30 in the morning. So yeah, and why I'm doing it like this is because I had to do a show on Black Sabbath. We just had that farewell concert, the Back to the Beginning concert. I watched some of that, the live performance that was posted on the net, and just really cool. Big Black Sabbath fan. I mean, if you're a fan of heavy music, you're a fan of Black Sabbath. They started it all. So, got my Black Sabbath shirt on. There you go. Had this since I was in high school. Still fits. I love telling people that. And, yeah. So I thought, I gotta do a Black Sabbath show. And, I apologize for this setup. I really want to do, like, this whole thing, but this is the best I could do this time. So, but I want to do a Black Sabbath, at least Black Sabbath top 10 songs. My 10 favorite Black Sabbath songs. And that's what we're going to do. So I just put some songs that was really cool at the concert was getting to hear some of these like out of the box songs. Really cool bands like Metallica, Guns N' Roses, doing the Pantera, doing Black Sabbath covers as well as a few Ozzy Osbourne covers. I did an Ozzy Osbourne top 10 songs, and what the hell, gotta do Black Sabbath, especially now after everybody's still, really jazzed up about the Back to the Beginning concert. So let's get right into it here. And again, if you don't hear your favorite song, don't worry about it. That's cool. These are my 10 favorites. And they're really in no particular order. But let's get right into it. Coming at number 10 for me, from Technical Ecstasy. Yeah, All Moving Parts Stand Still. Whoa. I always really loved that song. Technical Ecstasy is like, for the later albums, kind of an underrated album. There's some really cool tunes on there. Backstreet Kids is cool. I also really like It's Alright. The Bill Ward penned ballad. He also sung that. The great Bill Ward. I mean, it sounds like a lost Beatles tune. Really cool. And Guns N' Roses performed that at this show. Too bad Axl Rose's voice is shot. He couldn't sing it as well as, he covered it also in the 90s. And that's been released. Sounds alright. Sounds pretty good. But, it's good we got to hear a version of that, and the Guns N' Roses got to perform, and Axl Rose has matured. But enough about Guns N' Roses. Back to Black Sabbath. But All Moving Parts Stand Still. I always loved that the riff on this song, kind of a dark tune, always makes me kind of think of like machines coming to life. That's just always comes to mind when I think of All Moving Parts Stand Still. Yeah, such a great tune. Very underrated Black Sabbath tune. Coming at number 9 for me, From Heaven and Hell. We're in the Ronnie James Dio era now. I gotta give some love to Ronnie James Dio, my man Ronnie James Dio. I'm gonna go Neon Nights. Wow. Neon Nights. What a great tune. Dio's got a different vibe than Ozzy. There's the Rainbow in the Dark book. Yeah. Love Ronnie James Dio. Let's celebrate him as well. The late, great Ronnie James Dio. So yeah, had to have something from that era. And Neon Nights, I mean, does it get any better? Alright, number 8. This might surprise people. From Never Say Die, the poo-pooed Never Say Die album. Not a lot of people's favorite Black Sabbath album. The last one with Ozzy. Ozzy's a mess. The band's kind of a mess. But there's some interesting tunes, and I gotta say, Air Dance is one of my favorite Black Sabbath songs. Yes, I know. Great. I mean, something about that riff, really interesting riff. What's Tony Iommi doing? I mean, the guy's like a monster riff master. And that just, I always thought that, whoa, what an interesting riff he's doing there. And also it gets that jazzy part towards like the middle and end of the song. Like, what, Black Sabbath doing jazz, doing a little jazz fusion here. What's this all about? Yeah, interesting song. I always like the changes in it. Is it, is it, a well-loved Black Sabbath song? No, but, I don't know. I always dug it. And, yeah. There might be something else from Never Say Die. Spoiler alert, people. But yeah, I Air Dance. Yeah, I know. Probably the only person who has Air Dance as one of their favorite Black Sabbath songs. Alright, next for me, from the debut, Black Sabbath, the self-titled album, I gotta go NIB. It's one of those songs, like when you think about like hearing that for the first time, especially at that time. Like that first album came out like, I think like late 1969, 70. I mean, nothing sounded like that. Even like the title track, Black Sabbath. I mean, that's like, whoa, with the rain and the thing, like, just hearing that for the first time. Like, you hear stories here on YouTube, people who've been around a lot longer than me, who heard that for the first time, and are like, this changes everything. But NIB is also one of those songs we hear for the first time. Like, talk about early heavy metal. What is this thing? That's what's so great about the early heavy metal. Is it's just like, nobody knew what to call it. Nobody knew what it was. By the 80s, everybody sort of kind of figured it out. But this is like early, like, this is a new thing. This is a new sound. Black Sabbath were right there at the forefront. They were like the band. There would be no heavy metal without Black Sabbath. Phil Anselmo of Pantera said something to that effect at the concert. Like, we wouldn't be here if not for Black Sabbath. Like, can you think of any other band? Can you think of any other who has been that influential? You can't really. As far as pure heavy metal, the guys who kickstarted the whole thing, Black Sabbath, and NIB is definitely one of those tunes. A song I never get tired of. I should be tired of it, but just love it. So good. NIB. Alright, from Volume 4, number 6. Volume 4 is my favorite Black Sabbath album. I could have made this list like all Volume 4 songs, but Under the Sun, so good. That riff is so heavy, so dark, really cool. We got to hear the band Gojira covering that at the Back to the Beginning concert. Really cool cover of that. Don't really know a whole lot about Gojira, but hey, they had a cool cover of Black Sabbath. Might check out some more Gojira just because of that. Really cool. Always loved Under the Sun. The first time I heard that song, I immediately went and grabbed my guitar, and I'm trying to learn that riff. It's just such a great riff. I mean, it's just that was like one of those like, wow. Tony Iommi is a riff master. So good. Alright, another one from Never Say Die. Yeah. got another one from Never Say Die, everybody. And I'm going Johnny Blade. Whoa! Johnny Blade. Metallica covered it at the concert. Metallica did a really cool version of Johnny Blade. I liked how a lot of the bands like did sort of think outside the box. And like not do like the obvious songs like, you know, Paranoid, Iron Man, you know, NIB, you know, like the obvious ones. They kind of thought, well, let's try something like a little obscure like these, like, because we're like real fans. Just like us here, you know, talking about this band. We're real fans. We, you know, sort of trying to think about those, you know, those deep cuts, those sort of forgotten deep cuts. And talk about a deep cut, Johnny Blade is one of those deep cuts. Such a great song. Metallica did a great version of it, but I love the original, that synthesizer at the beginning. I mean, say what you want about Never Say Die. They were trying to do some interesting things on that album, and adding of some synthesizers. So I just always dug the whole vibe of Johnny Blade, and it's just such a really cool tune. That should be used in a movie. Why isn't somebody used that in a movie? Come on. Maybe some renewed interest with the Metallica cover will get somebody to go, hey, let's put that in a movie. Yeah, dig it. Okay, number 4, we're going back to Heaven and Hell. And I'm going the title track, Heaven and Hell. Here he is, Ronnie James Dio, once again. Yeah, giving some more love to Ronnie James Dio, the late great Ronnie James Dio. This was like his big introduction. And apparently there is a version of Ozzy Osbourne singing Heaven and Hell. This is demo, which still exists. Where's this lost media, Tony Iommi? He's mentioned it. Geezer Butler's mentioned it too. Where is it, guys? But maybe we don't need to hear it. Because we have the Ronnie James Dio, which is so perfect, so amazing, just an absolutely awesome tune. Everything about Heaven and Hell. When you first hear that, it's like, this is the introduction of Ronnie James Dio. Like, who is this guy? Is that the guy from Rainbow? Oh yeah, he sounds great in Black Sabbath, and he's got this Heaven and Hell, so good. Oh, what a song. Yeah, one to never get tired of. Alright, number 3, another one from Volume 4. The last one from Volume 4. Tomorrow's Dream. Yeah. That riff, so good. What an amazing riff. And an amazing song. Yeah, just... what more can I say about Tomorrow's Dream? It's just a perfect heavy metal song. Okay, we're in the top 2, everybody. Not that these are really ranked or not in any particular order, but you know, you gotta hype it up, you gotta make a big deal out of it. And so we're in the top 2, everybody. And from Sabotage, Symptom of the Universe. Wow. For actually the first time I heard Symptom of the Universe was on the Ozzy Osbourne Speak of the Devil live album. Brad Gillis on guitar. Brad Gillis of Night Ranger. Amazing playing on that. So I first heard the sort of Ozzy cover version of this tune, and then heard the original from Sabotage, and was just like, whoa, this is awesome. You know, it's another one of those songs like, this is like a perfect heavy metal song. And again, Black Sabbath pioneering, like nobody was doing stuff like this. I mean, Led Zeppelin was called a heavy metal band, you know, Deep Purple were called like an early heavy metal band, they were doing the thing, but Black Sabbath did it better than anybody. This is heavy metal. This is so influential, nothing sounded like this, it's absolutely amazing, and just like, it's a perfect heavy metal song. Just, yeah, Symptom of the Universe, and a great title too, I love that title, Symptom of the Universe. Yeah, just dig it. Okay, my number 1. I lied, everybody. I said Tomorrow's Dream was the last song from Volume 4. Well, I lied. Because I have to put Supernaut. Yeah. Really, I mean, even if I was ranking these, Supernaut would still be my number 1. Just, again, I would say a perfect heavy metal song. everything about it. Apparently it was Frank Zappa's favorite heavy metal song, not just his favorite Black Sabbath song. He liked Black Sabbath. He liked what they were doing. But his favorite Black Sabbath, or his favorite heavy metal song was Supernaut. Because it's, it's got these interesting changes in it. Actually, you could kind of hear Zappa doing a song like Supernaut. It's kind of that thing. It's just, yeah. I just remember the first time I heard it, it was like, whoa, this is like an absolutely awesome song. And that kind of set up, like, that's kind of stuff like Ozzy would kind of do going forward in his solo career. And even like hearing like a band like Black Label Society doing songs that, Zakk Wylde, of course, played with Ozzy Osbourne. So even like in his band, like Supernaut is one of those songs that just, like, every band has to have their Supernaut. Yeah, it's just a great song. Yeah, so there you go. My 10 favorite Black Sabbath songs. I had to do a Black Sabbath show. Again, I apologize for this setup. I had to do it this way because, like 2 o'clock in the morning. Because everybody's been so jazzed up about this concert, so I kind of moved things around, and I had to get a Black Sabbath show. Couldn't get down to the studio today to do it. Things have been crazy around here. Again, I said we're making the movie, and also we've got some stuff kind of going in my personal life that I really got to kind of keep an eye on. Stuff that, we're all going to have to deal with one of these days. I don't really have to get into it. But, we didn't show Brother Theodore on that one of these days.
One of these days!
We did it there, though. So, there you go. Just really felt I had to do a Black Sabbath show, as makeshift as it is. Just bear with me. These types of videos, you may get these on occasion. Try not to make them at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm very tired, people. Okay. But if you're a Black Sabbath fan, if you're still just buzzing from that concert, I hope you enjoyed this. That's it for this week. Until we meet again, this is Brett Strong saying good journey.